Hello and welcome to the Election Corner on One Man Think Tank. It's election day and time to do my final 2020 Senate election prediction. Now, this is a hot take, meaning I'm not going to be doing leans, likely, toss-up, whatever. I'm just going to make a call, red or blue, and we'll see how it goes from there. I've also done this for the presidency. That's been uploaded earlier, so you can go see that on my channel. And if I'm correct, this video is going to be coming out at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, which will be exactly 30 minutes before the first poll closures, which is how we're going to be doing this, starting with the 6 p.m. poll closure in Kentucky, which will obviously go red. Mitch McConnell's pulled by far and away ahead, and we're not seeing any signs of a wave in Kentucky for the Democrats. So, red there. Now let's do the 7 p.m. poll closures with two pieces of good news for the Democrats right away. Georgia, way far and away, probably going to go blue. It'll take a while to get there, but the general election will be called tonight, while the special election will go to a runoff between a Republican and a Democrat, and that will be decided on the follow-up when they do the runoff election, but the Democrat is polling far and away ahead of his opponents and will most likely win there. For accuracy, though, I'll leave it as a toss-up, just because we won't know which way it's going until the actual vote's been had in January. Another 7 p.m. poll closure Democrats won't like is South Carolina, which I do see as going red. Jamie Harrison, the Democrat, has put up a strong election campaign, but overall, unlike the rest of the Deep South in contentious districts where we're seeing stupidly high voter turnout, high voter participation rates, South Carolina has overall been polling with the average, with the nation, and we're not getting any new spectacular information showing high Democratic turnout on Election Day. This race will be close and could flip, but for right now, I'm calling it for Lindsey Graham. Another 7 p.m. poll closure we should be very aware of is Virginia and Vermont, because these will be two states immediately on the board for the Democrats, meaning while Republicans will have Kentucky, it's at this point, while we have two states having their votes being tallied, Democrats will have secured two more seats. Only one more seat. I mistook New Hampshire for Vermont. This is what you get for doing the presidential election first. Next, we have 7:30 poll closures with two states. North Carolina, which is going to go for the Democrats. That shouldn't be surprising. Democrats been polling very well. West Virginia for the Republicans, same reason. Now we have 8 p.m., and these are the big closures. Alabama goes red. Massachusetts goes blue, as Rhode Island up here. Essentially, here's where we're going to clear out most of our normally annoying weight states that everyone already knows how they're going. So Delaware gets knocked off. Kansas, a contentious race, is going to go to the Republicans. The Republican has been polling ahead, even if they're not breaking high margins, and there's been lower turnout in Kansas than the rest of the country, indicating Kansas probably is going to go red, treating this like a normal election. Maine, however, will flip. We are seeing high turnout from Maine, and the incumbent, Susan Collins, has been polling horribly, so no recovery there. Then we have Michigan, safe for the Democratic incumbent. Mississippi, safe for the Republican incumbent, despite getting some... it's going to be closer than it, which will be good news for the Democrats who want to rally support in Mississippi in the future, but it's not going to be enough to decide the election. Next, we'll now actually do New Hampshire, which will obviously go blue, as will New Jersey. Oklahoma will also go Republican, much like the rest of the states in the Great Plains, so will South Dakota, and Tennessee will also go. We'll get to Texas when we do our 9 p.m. poll closings. 8:30, we have Arkansas, shocker, going red. Now we're going to be moving into the proper west coast of the middle/west coast of the U.S., starting with Arizona, which will go blue, not shocking if you've been following the polls at all, as will Colorado, again, not shocking. Louisiana will go red, could at some point be a future Democratic battleground state, but for now, or reach state rather, but for now, nope. Minnesota, that goes blue, once again, not a shocker. Nebraska will go red. Don't have much more to say there. New Mexico will go blue. New York's not up right now. Wisconsin is not up, and Wyoming is, which will go red. And lastly, we have Texas, which I think will go red. I've called the Texan presidential election for the Democrats, but however, in the Senate race, we are seeing Joe Biden poll about 6 to 7 points ahead of the Democratic Senate candidate. She could very well flip the seat, but it would be very hard and would require a massive Texan blue wave. Well, I think right now we're going to see a moderate-sized one there. Now to knock off our... Oh, I forgot Illinois. Illinois is also blue. Shocker, Democrats are going to take the Senate. Now we have our 10 p.m. poll closing, starting with Idaho, which will go red. Iowa, which will go blue. Iowa's kind of the reverse of Texas here, where in Texas the Democrat is polling ahead at the presidential level, but behind at the Senate level. At the Senate level, the Democrat is polling ahead, while the Republican is polling ahead at the presidential level. So I'm thinking we're going to see a blue Iowa for the Senate race. In Montana, I'm thinking we'll see a blue Montana. There's been a very high turnout in Montana. The governor has... the challenger, who is the current governor, has very high favorability ratings, and the incumbent Republican has not been polling well as an incumbent should have. So I'm going to assume we're going to see a bit of a blue wave in Texas, flipping that seat. Oregon goes blue, shocker. And we have no 11 p.m. poll closings of importance here, but we do have one 12 p.m. That's Alaska, which will go Republican. So we are left on election night, 53 seats to the Democrats, 46 to the Republicans. After election night, we will have 54 to the Democrats, 46 to the Republicans, thus leaving us with our final map. So if you liked the video, drop a like down below and also leave a comment, say what you think on this hot take. If you want to see more from the channel, click the subscribe button and the notification bell, including a post-mortem, which I will release the day after the election. If you want to hear more from me outside of YouTube, I do have a Twitter, at OneManThinkTan1, the Roman numeral, link in the description, and, most importantly, have a wonderful day.